Good morning, plankers. Pat here. And let's see, we are 5 days in. It is Cinco de Mayo 2014. For those that are not abreast of what that means, basically May 5th, 2014. And let's see, so I want to start off with thank you for being in the challenge. I'm enjoying all the posts, all the photos, and everything that goes along with that. You guys are doing simply amazing. If you're not posting, well, we kind of have to assume that you're not doing it. So the whole purpose of the Facebook group for the challenge is that you post to hold yourself accountable. And then when you don't post, then we start to call you out to try and figure out, what you're doing over there. Are you doing it? Are you having issues? Do you need modifications? So please post and let us know what's going on and if you're able to continue or not. I've noticed some people having some wrist issues, and you're going to notice that either gets better as we go, or you're going to need to find a modification to take some of the stress off of those wrists. I suggest simple push-up stands. Will take the kink out of the rest, and I'll show you that today. Also, myself, Jess, and Cindy, we're going to be posting videos on separate days so that you're not getting inundated and that you don't get too much at one time to where you're trying to do too many things at one time, because we do want you to master particular planks before you start taking it up a notch and adding flow and adding strength and, of course, movement with your planks. Anytime you're removing limbs during a plank, you want to make sure that your core is nice and engaged and your hips need to stay square to the floor. You'll notice that when you lift one leg, one hip will try to lift a little bit higher than the other one. And the whole purpose is to engage that particular side of the core to force those hips square along the mat and never letting them move, okay? I'm going to go into using a stability ball today with your planks, and it's going to add a little bit of movement, but it's really going to target that stubborn lower ab area that I know most people have issues with, but you don't typically have the strength to do lower abdominal exercises, especially when it's pulling on your back. So you'll notice that through the planking process, you're strengthening your core, but you're also strengthening your back at the same time, which is very, very important because those muscles work in unison with one another. So I'm going to get the stool out of the way. I'm going to grab my stability ball and my push-up stance so that I can show you also how to take the kink out of that wrist, okay? All right. Stability ball. Okay, this is Bertha. Okay, this is a bigger ball than what I would normally use, but the reason being is I need it to be almost the same height as my arms so that my body stays parallel to the floor, okay? For my push-up stands, I like to use these. These are Tony Horton's push-up stands, and you'll notice that they're a little bit of an angle going down. They're not the ones that have a tendency to rock when they just have the foot on either side. So I like these because they give a nice stability whenever you're getting into your planks or your push-ups, which we've also started that challenge today as well. So what you want to do is you're going to roll yourself out on this ball and try not to get too far out of frame. All right. So you want that ball just below the knees, all right? And I'm going to use my stands. And you want to make sure that they're both angled down if you're using this particular stand, okay? All right. This in itself right here is an advanced movement, okay, because you don't have your toes to rock back on, and you're really having to control that core. So again, you want wrist, elbow, shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle alignment, okay? Now I'm starting to sweat and shake as it is right here just from this plank, okay? What you're going to do is I want you to keep your butt out of the air as much as possible, and you're going to roll your feet in. Good, so you roll them in till your heels almost touch your rear end. Oh, the butt wanted to come up, and then push back out. And you do it again. Roll it in, and roll it back out. Good. And of course you have your timer going still. This is still a plank. You're not really counting repetitions right here, but you are using that timer so that you know when to take a break and when to go on to the next move. Level 3 from here is going to be a pike. So the ball starts in the same position. The hips come up and the toes go right onto the ball. And slow and controlled movement. Back out to your plank. Good, and do it again. Come straight up into the toes. Good, and right back out, and I'm sweating. Holy cow. And back up. Lots of strength here, and right back out. Good, slowly. Okay, now we gotta come out of this, right? So I'm gonna roll that ball in, take a foot down, take the other foot down and push that out of the way. Okay, that was a good workout in itself. So basically, you can add that to your repertoire for your planks, and you'll notice that they do get a lot more difficult. You want to keep a slight bend in your elbows so that you're not locking those out, especially during the roll in and outs. And let me know how you do. Let me know who attempts those. Take a video if you can. Trust me, there's going to be times when you're going to fall off of that ball. It's going to go rolling across the room. Listen to my breathing. I'm already out of breath. That's how crazy those are. And if you take my turbo class, guess what? You'll be getting those today. So they're going to be screaming at me, no doubt. Anyway, keep the posts coming. I'll get this video uploaded as soon as I can. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.